Hey y'all, welcome to the Maverick Experience. Before I get all the way into the message, I gotta say this because I know that I must be channeling somebody's DM's energy when I say this for me. Y'all know with my videos, my messages, I am very much inspired with what I do, the way I do what I do, my work. And I promise you, I have so much content that I have not released to y'all. I think of you all the time. I think of you every moment when I see a beautiful sunrise, a beautiful sunset, or a starry night sky, or a dog frolicking in the water, or a family that looks amazing, or a beautiful flower. I am thinking of you, and I'll either shoot some B-roll, as I call it, or I will make a video or put a little quick audio message together about this beauty that I'm experiencing. And then you hear the clock chiming, I lose track of time, or I start doing something else and I just don't do it. And then I start second guessing myself sometimes. Like, that was crazy. Maybe that was just for me. That's a big one. You know what? That message was just for me. And then it turns out, you look back, they're all just for me. You know what I mean? Every message you got is for you. That's actually the truth, but release it anyway. You see what I'm saying? So I know you can hear me when I say this is a real struggle, because I know I go sometimes weeks without talking to y'all, not even sending a post like, "Hey y'all," you know what I mean? You can't even post. You know what I'm saying? I just heard somebody say, "You can call your mama, you can post a message." You know what I'm saying? I get it. Just let us know you're all right. I am channeling something, right? Because y'all are getting a message inside this message. This is a bonus today. But let me finish. Here's what I want you to do. In the comments section, what should we say? Because I want you to keep me okay. Stay consistent. We're gonna help each other. Listen, put in the comments, stay consistent. Do that for me so I can keep releasing these messages and stop holding back or doing something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you are important. Now that's what your DM is saying. Y'all got to go back to the beginning of the video to hear what I'm saying in order for you to hear your person. But I'm saying I love you and I'm sorry that I don't show you more through my actions. Like posting this content, giving you these messages, even if they're not perfect. You see what I'm saying? Somebody's DM is saying, I was too busy trying to be perfect for you. But I'm just gonna just give it to you because I did it in the moment I felt love and bliss. And I want to share it with you. You were the first person I thought about sharing it with because I love you so much. That's how I feel about y'all, tribe. I see something beautiful, and the first thing I think about is y'all. Oh, they gonna. I just say they. Oh, the baby's gonna love this. You know what I mean? Oh, they gonna love this because I love it. So your DM is saying, I love you. And I have so much to tell you. I have so much to show you. I have so much that I've been storing away. And I want to just speak my heart. I want to show you my eye. I'm hearing somebody say, I want to show you my eye. And I'm also hearing, I want to show you my hand. That means they want to cook for you. I want you to taste my hands, or I want to show you my hand is what I'm hearing. I don't know who says that. Put it in the chat. It feels very, uh, I don't know why. Costa Rica is what I just, West Indian. Thank you. That too. But anywho, that's my message, my bonus message. But asking you for real, if you want to see these videos, and because I need to post at least 3 times a week. I mean, that's the bare minimum, and we're just doing minimum right now. Maximum, what, you guys? Five videos a week, 6 videos a week, something. That's like one a day, right? That's not too hard, right? For somebody you love, right? You know what I'm saying? So hold me accountable, right? Energetically hold me accountable. Because I ain't gonna even lie, y'all have been, because I can feel the pull. That's what makes me do it. I'm like, oh, I gotta do this. And then I do something else. What is that? Because when you're creative, I'm talking to other creatives. So y'all know it's so much. There are so many things. I wish I could find that doggone. I'll find it for y'all. It is a post about, I can't even describe it now, but it's a funny thing that describes the many things that we are. Like, I'm a homeschooling landscaper, artist, ballet dancer, prophet, psychic, dog trainer, writer, freelance, notary public, pizza delivery woman. You know what I mean? Something like that. It's one of those kind of, so I'm just saying that to say this is how you describe yourself. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things. You wear a lot of hats because you do a lot of things well. So, but the point is, know that I am thinking of you and I have much to share with you and much to give you over these next few weeks, next coming days, all that stuff. So hold me accountable by putting in the chat, stay consistent, and then go right back and put in the other thing that I said, which I can't remember right now. But let's get into the message. As you've been looking at the cards, the graphics over and over again, you see these are very beautiful cards called the Whispers of Love, and I love the artwork. That's why I chose these. But there's this was a pretty big message or pretty meaty message, which I don't know which title I'm going to settle on until I finish. You already know the title, but just so you know, we're literally creating the title right now based on you watching the video. Now, let me tell you what's really crazy about that, because you're not here watching the video yet. But the thing that drew you here to watch the video is the title that we're going to create right now for the future. For the future. Isn't that powerful? Now you see how powerful energy is. And so now you freaking out because you're like, wait a minute, but how are you doing my exact message? Because all connected. That's why the big lie or the illusion of separation is just that. You're separate from love. It's a lie. You are not separate from anyone or anything. That's the gag, as Kiki Palmer would say, because it's just going to all turn out that it's all love. Hint, hint. Prince kind of gave us he was like an appetizer. Because remember, listen, my dad was a big, black, burly football player, born in the 50s, 43. I'm on it for 43. I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry. My daddy's on the other side, but he's right here, y'all. But anyway, he was born in 43 and he loved Prince. I described my dad because my dad was a man's man. He the man. He spit in the street. He a man. But when I tell you he loved him some Prince, put on Prince and thought and didn't think nothing. Which one, Daddy? You know what I mean? So my point is Prince was androgynous. I'll leave that right there and let you finish dissecting that one. Because again, it's all going to come back to oneness. So we might as well get the balance down now. In other words, stop hating on the other sex or the other race or the other anything, and see that we're all the same. Anyway, the first message is being in the present moment. When we dream, everything is possible. Real quick, Egypt may have something to do with you. A past life in Egypt. It could have something to do with rulership or even bondage. You decide. It depends on what your thoughts are, because the being in the present moment, every time I see or hear a phrase like that, I know that I'm talking to an overthinker, one who overanalyzes, one who is very cerebral, could be even called intellectual, could even lean more towards logic and reasoning than, intuition, all right? And just flow, right? That rigidity is what I'm hearing. So being in the present moment it's necessary to have a positive mindset. If not, then you might as well just stay living in the past. You know what I mean? If you are in your present right now thinking about something that happened in your childhood when you listen, when you don't need to be. Now, if you are walking through the valley of the shadow of death and fearing no evil because you have to moon card Pisces confront something, that's different from every day you wake up, you thinking about the red tricycle or the toy train. And please hear my heart, but that's what I'm saying. I just heard my guy say, "Woo, simmer down now." But please hear my heart. I'm saying that because our minds, I'm fascinated by the human mind, the brain. I am fascinated by the way we think, why we do what we do. Human behavior fascinates me as well, but I'm saying our minds are beautiful and our minds are powerful to create. So in this present moment, what, my darling, are you creating? So the pyramids and Egypt and Saturn is another thing I was hearing. Also Orion, you may resonate with the starseed family. Jupiter may also have significance for you or to you. If not, you don't have to force anything. You'll know that you know. The Emerald City is also a sync. I'm hearing waterfalls, whether it's TLC or Niagara, but waterfalls are significant. Also, the waterfalls represent a rushing or a gushing of emotions, which brings me to the next message about appreciating this moment. If you are going through dung, a pile of if there's some, you know what I'm saying, if there's some unpleasant things happening in you or around you, which is really, it originated in you, but we'll leave that alone for a minute because we already swatted earlier with that other comment. So I'm trying to make nice right now. But you know, it's all love, really. But in this, every situation is an opportunity for us to grow and find love. Earlier, personally, I can share this with you because ain't nobody here but us. But I pulled a card that said, always choose love. I had to think about it. I was like, how did they put it? Always choose love. I was thinking there is only love, but that wasn't the card. But it was when there is a choice, you can always choose love. I don't even need to expound on that because I've said it 3 times, and that's the magic number, don't you know? But there it is. So when there is but I will say that when there is a choice, I ain't gonna say the rest because your mind already just said it. Choose love. Now we did it 4 times. 4 represents a foundation. So please believe me, you're locked in. Next time you are faced with a choice between whether to go slam the H off or not, you're going to choose that loving direction. And sometimes love is silent. Sometimes love is turning around, walking away. Sometimes love is turning the other cheek. There's a time to use the sword, but there is more power in knowing that you could, but you won't. You see what I'm saying? There's where the power is. No judgment though. If you got to cut up some folk to do what you got to do, but again, being present in the moment, which is creating something, a situation or your life, so you don't have to do things like that, would be more agreeable, I think. You know what I mean? I try. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm working with what I'm doing. So that is that message. Let's look at this woman's hair. I don't know where the video will land on this, but as you've been studying the graphics, as you can see them, is a school of goldfish behind her. Over in the distance, there's also a sunset, which I think I mentioned earlier on this video, in this message. So sunsets, sunrises and sunsets are significant here. The ocean is also significant. She's holding a seashell, and in that seashell, it looks like another mini world. So again, the ocean front is what I'm hearing. Airbnb on the ocean, near the ocean. These are all things that could be going on for you to be able to appreciate. All right, you're going to have to appreciate this moment because every situation is an opportunity to grow, whether it's challenging or not. But you can find love in every situation. Is what I was telling you guys earlier about the card I pulled. When choose love. This is about seeing that every situation we can grow. Every situation we can see the silver lining, even if nobody else does. And we don't do it for anybody else. We do it for us because it what keeps our peace. All right. Now, the reason why I said that this message was a juicier message was because 2 reasons. Usually I like to pull a single card and just expound because as y'all see, I have no problem talking. I love to speak. I love communication. And but 2 cards came out. So that happened. And then not only 2, but there were 1 stuck in there together. So that also could be a message for you. And it was the underlying energy that I said, okay, this is the underlying energy. And I love it because it is a message for you to act like this person that you love and thinking of. There's a relationship that is around you in your auric field. Act as if they're already here. So if you're sitting in lack saying, we're not together because, or I wish we could, if there's anything that makes you feel like you don't have it yet, even watch this, even if you don't have it yet, right? Even if you don't have it yet right now, even if you don't have it yet in this, but it's definitely, if other people are talking about it like me and you're here, Yeah, you have it because we see it. That's why we're talking about it. So that's why that word, here we go. That's why that word patience, which I talked about in the previous video about, I don't remember the title, but anyway, in the previous video, I talked about patience. And I said that's why we have to be patient because we are evolving and there's parts of us that we have not yet met. And so that patient game is a beautiful game. It's not punishment, it's actually the preparation for this relationship. So the message is somebody could be 37 years old or 33 years old, but there does feel like there's an age gap, not an age difference, but an age gap. All right, it's two different things. And yeah, I'll leave you to dissect that because you are very intuitive and that's how the guide said, just leave it like that. They know, but age gap and age difference, then there's a difference between that. So the age 40 also, there's three ages here, 40, 33, and 37. If these are not ages for you, the whatever the significance of these numbers are, this is your confirmation that stay positive in your present moment and definitely let your imagination serve you in this hour as you act as if you have your person. Now, I just saw a woman in the car riding down the highway talking to the passenger side. Okay? And she wasn't singing I Don't Want No Scrubs in the passenger side. She wasn't singing the song TLC. There's TLC reference again. Somebody is strong. We're coming through strongly with TLC. But she was talking to the passenger side because she could see her partner. She did not care what the other drivers were thinking because she was on the highway. I don't know if she would have done that at her local, supermarket. That's not important. But the point is, but if you there, hey, pop your collar. But the point is, she literally was feeling her person, is what I'm saying. So that's your message. The underlying energy, the reason why you're getting, appreciate this moment because whatever you're going through, this is an opportunity for you to grow and it's an opportunity for you also to find love. Also, be positive, stay positive in this present moment because what you dream can come true. Everything is possible when you dream. Lucid dreaming is what I'm hearing. Some of you guys are really doing some amazing work and transitions in your dream state. If you are conscious of this, but I heard lucid dreaming, but I'm just saying, even if you're not, some signs you might have is waking up with bumps and bruises and scratches that you're like, now where did that come? Because it is, thank you is all I can say. But you're definitely being honored here, and looks like you're gonna get a fighting buddy, but you're not gonna have to fight like that. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying you're going to have a bit wingman. Yes, even better. So act as if your partner is here, whether you have someone in your life or not. Act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. Meaning you don't see your life as separate from them or living without them. They are here. It's always been spiritual or energetic. Always, always, always. We're just getting back to Eden. That's what we're doing. That's what the awakening is. Lightens our body. Why do you think we are called light? So our bodies gets lighter, less dense with energies and things that wow, throat chakra activate. You know what I'm saying? Things that keep us from shining or beaming as strongly as we can. So, with that, let me just do a few cards. I don't know how long I've been talking. Okay. I just saw 1846. Oh, yeah, after a time of sadness. These cards came out just the last message, and I know I shuffled. The Five of Cups and the Two of Cups. The number seven, five, and which is the Seven of Cups. Not only are you going to have the love of your life, okay, there's a few messages coming in. First message is not only are you going to have the love of your life, but you and the love of your life are going to have many options. Some of you up to five different options, five streams of income. Some of you, it's five children. That's very significant if you have been saying, oh, I want five kids. Of course, you just went, oh, because that's your number, right? That's your number. And the month of May is very significant. Even the month May 2nd also could be a very significant day for someone, okay? May 2nd, that's today, but I'm talking about maybe it's someone's birthday or something, but May 2nd is also a date that I'm seeing. Now, the other message is you, after a time of sadness, after a heartbreak, you're going to have many suitors, many options. You know who you are because you've set up a profile. That's what I'm hearing, profile. I'm also hearing LinkedIn. But there's something like, especially if you had new headshots and you just knew that you wanted to that right, wear white. Okay, I think that's a thing now. Blush. Blush also is what I'm hearing. All right. So Queen of Hearts, yes, tuning into self-care, self-love, letting go of attachments, non-attachment, um, mastering the art of detachment, mastering the art of communication. Some of you are getting a master's of arts in communication. I believe that's what it's called. But this is you appreciating your accomplishments after we talked about struggles and sacrifices. That's what I'm hearing. You're not going to have to struggle and sacrifice anymore. You are not. This is good. This is good. Be in the present moment. The Ten of Wands. We said that the struggle is over. So the Ten of Wands is when there are burdens to carry from yourself, but it's mostly others. It could be a family tree, a family line. It could be a friend circle, an obligation that you have to an organization or something like that. But you have let some things go, and it has made you much lighter. And I still don't know what the title is. I don't know what the title is. You have let things go, and you become much lighter, and you are to act as if your partner, if that is your underlying energy. So whether you have someone in your life or not, this is about, this is going to take this is going to take all of your imagination. That might be the message. This is going to take all of your imagination. So this title is what brought you here. If that is not the title, if that is not the title, then you're here to witness whatever this was. But now you just got another answer to something creative because your guides are saying this is going to take all of your imagination. So whatever this is that you're creating, or whatever this frequency is that you need to hold, which is the frequency of love, which I will say, holding the frequency of love, this is going to take all of your imagination, because sometimes, many times, when it's true love, when it's that divine love, that hieros gamos, that sacred love, it can be very confusing, and oftentimes there is no verifiable evidence for a season, and that can be very, very earth shattering. That could be very, very disconcerting. So just know that your guides have always been, will always be with you, and ask them to intervene. Ask for help. You have to give your angels permission to help you. I don't know if we say that enough, but you have to give your angels, give the divine permission to interact with you. Ain't nobody overtaking wills around here. You know what I'm saying? This life, there's nobody making you do anything, making you believe anything, especially if it keeps you in bondage. That's not who you are. So your guides are here to help in all. That's why we say every situation that you find yourself in, if it's challenging, it's an opportunity to grow, and it's an opportunity for you to find the lesson. Dig for the lesson. Look for that treasure wrapped in that lesson, the treasure that is wrapped in that challenge or that situation that has brought you a lot of sadness or grief or despair, or that you've had to detach from because you have let it all go. And yay for you. But because of that, they say you're making room. You're making room. So now that you've let it go, don't feel lost. You don't have to feel the emotions and let them cycle through. But just know that where being present in this moment for you means that you are here and you are intentional, and you know that your partner is here. You have what you say. You believe this. Your imagination. This will take pure imagination. And you have to act as if they're here, because they are. And they've been watching and waiting for that, for you to hold the frequency of what? Of love. Hold the frequency of love. You know when you're not home. You know when you're not at home because you don't feel comfortable. They're waiting for you to always, always feel comfortable, or know how to at least get back home really quickly, because nothing is perfect. But they are hoping, this is what divine is preparing for you, for both of you. Nobody wants to, don't want y'all to hurt each other because things were still unsolved and unresolved, as people who feel like they might have gone prematurely or out of, attachment or whatever reasons. And they'll say, I wish I had. See, this is how you you keep yourself from having regrets. You just allow what needs to, you have the courage to face yourself within this connection and see how to get back to yourself, which is back to love. Observe things with curiosity, have compassion for it, hear a story from another without making it your own or trying to take responsibility for your part in it. Just hear the story and try not to be triggered by it. This is getting your way back home, because your peace at this point is non-negotiable. So in your present moment, let the past looping negativity go and step into this present moment when all is well and all is being aligned and is aligned for you, and act as if this person is with you. Do not create any longer your feeling of you not having what you say. And don't let your beliefs defeat you with that self-criticism and that logic coming in. Your ego just is trying to protect you from hurt, but you don't need your ego at this level. You have to learn to tame the ego. That's what we mean by getting back home quickly, because the ego, wow. Okay, the dog said that, okay? The ego does that. It barks. It tells you, it makes you, it shakes you, it jars you. But your spirit is peaceful because it knows the outcome. Your higher self knows the outcome. You are Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Trust yourself in the moment to do what is the most right thing to do for you. I'll leave it right there, you guys, but you're going to need pure imagination for this. And then you'll have it all. You'll learn to live there. Even in the midst of all this, it's a very magical, beautiful place to be, but it takes courage. And you have that in bucket loads. So thank you for listening. This has been the Maverick Experience. If anything is needed from me further, please visit my website, thedivinemaverick.com. And until we meet again, take care of yourselves and each other. Later.